dream it, believe it. Wait. Become it all day.
Come on down.
What's going on, Spence?
I'm blessed, bruv. I don't know why you look like a security guard for Muhammad Ali in the 60s with them dark glasses on.
Yeah, the nation man them. The nation man them, bro. It was on post. You know when they stand up on post like that?
That man was serious, bro.
Bro, I bet a man got to talk about nation on YouTube. They will look us up. Yeah. But bro, I'm looking forward to this one.
Certainly. Big up Bobby Rice has jumped in the place. He's
straight man in the house. Bobby Rice, one of our guys, low fan, lover of the sport, and always got a fantastic opinion on what's going on.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I got a lot of time for him. I'm just sending out these tweets to people for him to jump on the team, bro.
Yeah. You know, we like to get the people all ready first before we come on. So, fantastic opinion on. Oh yeah, I was just checking the Facebook to see if things are popping. Like, it's happening. All right, so we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on YouTube. So after Spencer's done what he's doing.
Yeah, man.
I think we have to start with the fantastic fight that happened at a reasonable time on Saturday night between.
Man, that's the only place to talk. There's nothing else. We're here. We're going to be talking about the top welterweights and where we are placed welterweights. You know what? The lightweights are so exciting now. The lightweights today are what we had of the welterweights in the 80s.
There you go.
Right? That's how it is. Right? And anybody not thinking like what is the hottest division right now in boxing, it's got to be the 135-pound division because Lomachenko, right?
Yes.
Even though he's glitched and he's behaving like a bitch, but regardless of that, Lomachenko, right? He's a guy, right? Incredible fighter. Incredible. You got to say Jude where it is, right? Right? Devin Haney, this little whippersnapper, right? But there must be something because allegedly Eddie Hearn Matchroom, they paid him $1 million signing on fee to get him on the zone, right?
They might have just had a good, you know when man's selling man food.
They got a consignment link to the Greek brothers then.
Yeah. So he might have just had the talk. Maybe they didn't really understand what they were signing.
Right.
But regardless.
Yeah. Then of him, we saw Ryan Garcia on the weekend. Yeah. And it seems like we've seen what Tank done 3 weeks ago to Leo Santa Cruz.
Yes.
Something that has never been done to Leo Santa Cruz.
Yes.
Right?
Albeit smaller.
Yeah, but you're saying smaller. The major thing in that fight was the discipline of Tank, who is now a firefighter, to drop them extra 5 pounds because we were struggling to get down to 135. So he had to show the discipline, and you got to approach Floyd Mayweather, Al Heyman, because they said, listen, bro, you're talking about you want to be a pay-per-view star, we're going to give you a little trinkets of the taste of it right now. You're a pay-per-view star now. We're going to give you a pay-per-view. He got a few million for that fight, right? In comparison to what Garcia was earning, not after last weekend, but prior to that, Garcia was making $250 a fight.
Wow.
Right?
That's amazing.
Okay. So Tank knew, okay, I've got to cut down weight now. I've got to be disciplined. And, you know, sometimes Tank hasn't been too keen on Floyd Mayweather, publicly hasn't been too keen on him. He said, right, I got to chop this weight properly.
Yes.
And I got to live this properly. And Floyd was helping him in camp and everything else. And he performed. So we got to give him his juice. Right? And nobody, and we talked about those guys already. But you know what? We can't forget Garcia, what he did on the weekend. We're going to speak about that because if anybody was sensible, they would have jumped on our live what we did while the fight was going on.
Yes.
Right? And then on top of that, you know, there's Teófimo Lopez. It seems like forget about who's got what belt and this title. Teófimo Lopez realistically is the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. Give the boys credit. They're not giving his juice. They're not giving his juice.
Right. He's having to really self-promote himself.
He has.
You know,
I think he's done a very good job at it, to tell you on his shoe.
Great job. To the point that Bob Arum said to Terence Crawford, well, you have to sell yourself like Teo.
But that's a liberty, though.
Of course it's a liberty.
It's a liberty. You know why?
Yes. Because
promoters are meant to promote.
There you go. What are you getting paid for?
Right. That's my thing. Promoters are meant to promote.
Yeah. What are you getting paid for?
Right. Promoters are not called platformers, like we're giving you a platform to fight on. Promoters are called promoters, right?
Yes.
So the promotion has to be you've got a commodity, you're gonna push them out to the forefront.
There you go.
Not necessarily with Terence Crawford.
I think Dana White of the UFC more or less said the same thing.
All right.
You know, in defense of Terence Crawford. He said, what kind of nonsense is that? Listen, you're his promoter.
Dana White will get him, you know?
Yeah.
Dana White will get I'm telling you this now. Dana White will get him. Because you know what? At the end of the day, is Dana White's about earning that dough. Dana White will get him. Because they'll look at a model and they'll think, all right, what are you getting? Now, if you look at the history with Bob Arum, which I'm not knocking him, he's a great promoter. You know what I mean? But what it is, Don King, have you seen the Who Lost Cesar Chavez documentary?
No, I haven't seen that.
I've got it. Next time I come, I think I've got it on DVD somewhere in the house. I'm gonna give it to you. It's an excellent documentary, and within that, it's like Who Lost Cesar Chavez was saying like he always just get bumped by Don King, right? His first fight with Bob Arum, he got paid more than any time that he ever fought with Don King, right? Wow. And he was saying like, you know, Don would always whatever, right? These are his words. He said, yeah, as soon as I got him, I paid him more money than he ever got in his life, right? I'm like, all right. But that's easy to pay Julio Cesar Chavez something when a man's got a nation behind him. None of them is big like Julio Cesar Chavez.
Yes.
Julio Cesar Chavez to this day is a god in Mexico.
To this day.
To this day is a god in Mexico. Right? Wait a minute. Did you see like Ryan Garcia when he knock out, what's that? What's his name? Fontoura. What's his name?
Fonseca.
Fonseca. You know.
Fonseca.
Right? When he fought him, Julio Cesar Chavez went into his change room. Yeah? When they went to Garcia and said, well, you had the great legend in your corner just coming to say hello to you. He said, yeah, that's right. I can't lose. I can feel the energy. I can't lose. That's the power that man has. Because man know Julio Cesar Chavez is a top 10 all-time great.
Yes.
Never ducked nobody. Fought them all. I just want man to realize that. Even when he was old. When Julio Cesar Chavez was an old man, he had no right of going in the ring with Costa Zoo. At all. Never had no right.
That fight upset me.
Of course it did. Costa Zoo nearly killed him interrupted.
Yeah, he nearly killed him. But yeah, absolutely.
You know? But the game's a game. And that is the great thing about this sport. I'm gonna send out more tweets to get more people to jump on that thing, bro.
So in terms of performance-wise, where would you really rate Garcia's performance over Luke Campbell this past weekend?
If I was to score it, I would score it quite high because the thing that I rated about the performance, and as Baba Tunde Ajayi was telling everyone, I could see him end 2 days before when we did our live. I could see this fight ending up with a body shot.
Yep.
Because Tunde don't study a lot of boxing. He don't watch boxing like that. But when he does, and you must have some energy to make Tunde come off of his high horse to watch him fight. You're saying, brother, I'm telling you, Spence, This guy's got some different energy. And loads of people about, that Tunde, what does he know?
Yeah.
Nobody would have called a body shot for that. They'd have thought a left hook to the head if Luke Campbell was gonna go. Nobody, not me with my high lofty status in the game. Nobody. Everyone I spoke to, nobody said that. The majority of people that I was speaking to from the UK were saying, Luke Campbell could have him. He's a media creation. He's a media creation. I'm telling everyone this. Yes, Ryan Garcia is a media creation, but he's a media creation that can fight. There's a difference.
There you go.
He can be a media creation that can't fight, but this one's a media creation. Okay, cool. Yes, he is. Well, all of the YouTubers would put Jake Paul, Lloyd, whatever his name is, and the other one is with all them little hype youths. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you can fight. Period.
And he actually, Luke, all credit to Luke. Luke actually said he punches harder than Loma and Linares. So if that's a media creation, then I need to train a couple media creations.
Exactly. Now, Tony, lions in the camp. Right,
lions in the camp. Lions in the camp all day, every day.
That's on Sunday. You know what I mean? But you can grind the Lions meme right now. No. So I'm saying,
yes,
for you to get knocked down, right? Remember, he's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders, Hence why after the fight was over, he cried.
Absolutely.
Right? But there was another.
Sorry to stop you there. I told man, whenever you see someone come out on that throne business, it's a serious thing. And one of my friends, he said to me, "What's he crying for?" I said, "Hold on. Let's rewind the clock. Floyd Mayweather against Gatti. He come out on the same throne. What did Floyd do after that fight?
He cried like a little.
He cried his eyes out because the fight, although he was expected to win it, meant so much to him. I remember him banging the camera saying, "God is good. God is good." I said, "Yeah." What did Ryan Garcia say? The same thing. So this is what I'm trying to say. It's history repeats itself. It does, unless you're wise enough to learn from history. But when it's a positive, there's always signs. And I saw the sign in the young man, the fact that being so young, coming out on the throne. And I like the tweet that he said. He said, "You choose something to the tune of, you choose your own reality. Don't let someone else choose your reality for you."
Just like we know, Liz Brown says, don't let someone's opinion of you become your reality.
There you go.
The opinion of others was simple. This kid can't fight. This kid just got everyone gassed. This kid's not the real deal. Well, you know what? I saw something that resembled the real deal on the weekend.
Absolutely. You know what? I watched the fight again, and I don't even watch fights again. I'll be honest with you.
I watched listen, $199. I'm drugging at every penny from that DAZN thing they're getting from me, bro.
But he looked sharp. He looked sharp. He looked strong. And other than the defensive frailties, that kid can fight.
You know what? Let me tell you this now. That you look better to me the second time over watching it.
Yeah, that is my point, Spence. That's my point. When I'm watching the second time round, because all the energy and what have you. But the second time round, I said, this boy is a good fighter. More than a good fighter. He's only going to get better. He's with Canelo Alvarez. He's with the great, we call them great because it's his time, the great Eddie Reneso and the Reneso family. Because remember, again, heritage is passed down from the dad.
Yeah.
And then the dad, and now Eddie is the son. So this is lineage, again, heritage. And, Eddie's training, he's training so much fighters now. World champion. Yeah. Well, listen, we know it's one of those things, isn't it? It's your time, and you make the most of it while it is your time. Because we all know, as I said, you hear anyone call Freddie Roach's name again?
Listen, I told you.
Freddie Roach is collecting his P45 right now. No one don't know about Freddie Roach.
Exactly, it's done. But you know what I also notice about many trainers as well. Yeah, many trainers. I ain't gonna call on this, but it's like many trainers are so frightened or feel inferior of having other trainers around them. Have you noticed? I'm calling on names, but I've seen many trainers come. They get scared when another trainer comes around them, or a next man who knows a little bit. They don't really want him in their camp. They want around their fights because they're frightened, and that's why I'm not saying there's a lot of trainers out there who are not confident in their own abilities.
And let me tell you this, because maybe people may think you're referring to me, but you're not. We know you're referring to me. But remember,
you don't, because I pester Tunde every day.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that. A lot of people just see me now. I've always been for a second pair of eyes, a third pair of eyes, and a lot of people have to remember, I was under Don Charles in certain situations. I was under Johnny Eames. We don't even know who that man is again. But I learned my trade from him. There was times I was listening to Alan Smith. You understand what I'm saying? But it's so funny how people want to offer their help when you're on the down. Because man were offering their help when I was on the up.
Nah, but I think what I do think is this.
Yes.
I think a lot of people were for you being this what's the word? This vibrant, vibrant person.
Yes.
I think when you're on the up, they'd be frightened to come to you and say, "Yeah, Tun, come on, mate, let me come in and help you." Because you're thinking, brother, what are you coming down for? I mean,
yeah, I guess so. There's always another way.
And so how it goes is this. I don't know why you're talking about when you're on a down, because you're not on a down right now.
No, sir.
Right, exactly. Come on, you can't be. I wouldn't be on this live with you right now.
Come on.
Trust me. Instead of, the fight is right would be the fight is not right, because I wouldn't be on it.
Come on.
So these guys, right, big up Daniel Wright, that jumped on the team, right?
Big up Danny.
So I'm saying, like, those guys, they get paranoid about bringing an extra pair of eyes. But
yes.
if they really studied the greats, they don't. You know what I mean? Ray Arcel and Eddie Futch were in the same gym. Man would teach from each other. Man would inspire each other.
Come on.
And where it flows, it also is infection rubbed off.
There you go.
When like with Freddie Roach would, like, Michael Moore worked with him when Manny Pacquiao knocked out Ricky Hatton.
Yes.
Yeah, he brought him into work. Because at that time, Michael Moore was a southpaw. Michael Moore attributed the shot that knocked out Manny Pacquiao to himself. Freddie Roach didn't like it. What's the fight to? You'll see Michael Moore in the ring, and he shakes his head and he's doing the shrine at the hook, like the right hook lead that knocked out Ricky Hatton. Right? And Freddie Roach is saying, "Don't try and come in. I'll bring you in, but don't try."
Oh yeah, because you got rid of him after that fight, right?
Exactly. I know a couple of trainers in the UK right now. I ain't calling their names, but when our trainers have gone in there and they've dropped a little sauce on their fighter, they're like, whoa. Say, do you know what I'm trying to say to you? And I'll tell you, all of those trainers who don't want to, you learn from anyone, brother. You can learn from a baby, right?
There you go.
When you're not willing to like, I understand the business because it is a snaky, seedy, nasty business, right? But there's a lot of good in it, and the reason why I say there's a lot of good in it, you know what I mean? I could have a few £1,000 watch on my hand. I live in a beautiful home. I've got beautiful kids, and it all has come. Nice car that I'm driving. Well, Tunde's driving a better one than me, but I'm saying, like, all of these kind of things. The simple fact of it's come through boxing.
Yes.
Right? So you're meant to bring it. So when I see Eddie Reneso and like everyone going there, everything has a fad. And with most things, you've got to make it last as long as possible. But I do, and like I said, like with Tunde, when I watched Garcia, when I watched him the second time, then the third time, the kid looks better and better.
Better. Yes, absolutely.
Anyway,
absolutely. All right. Well, listen.
Say again? your Nigerian cousin that's put a question in.
Oh, Deji. I saw Deji was talking about Boris is locking us down till mid-February.
Bruv, you're not locking me down.
Bruv, it's business as usual.
Oh,
Boris can't stop me. Boris can't stop me. It's business as usual. But yeah, apparently Boris has said that the lockdown now is to mid-February, according to Deji. I haven't heard it myself, but he's just reported the news. So yeah, it's all about adjustment and it's all about adaptability.
Stop for a second. Did the lockdown affect you the last time out?
No, sir.
All right.
But it has affected many, so we can't, you know, and that's why I've done a post. Guys, Spence.
I hear that.
Yes.
But the lockdown can only be a mental thing.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
You're right. You're right. It's absolutely a mental thing, and I just feel that there are many, and I can't stress this enough. There are many that are not dealing with this mentally, and it's affecting them. So this is why I feel that, you know, we got to step up our game, because people actually use this as a mental massage.
1,000,000%, and they use it. Very true. Right.
So I'm like, you know, we're gonna myself and Spencer and Gary gonna do our utmost best to keep you occupied and keep your minds working, because as Spencer said, it's a mental thing, and not everyone is as strong as others. So shout out to all those going through things at the moment. We're there for you. We're gonna keep on chatting about boxing, keep on cracking joke, keep on brushing Boris with his mash-up hairstyle.
Brother, I don't want to get into these little games that they're trying to make. Let us use lockdown to better ourselves. Ishmael just said 1,000,000%. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Listen to me. Of course, we're meant to use this to better ourselves, because you know what? Now more than ever, you get to know yourself.
Yes.
Right. Now more than ever, you start to adjust. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. The lockdown has got me closer to my kids. You know what I mean? And right, lockdown's got me closer to my kids.
I read a thing where it said lockdown has done something woman can never done, which is keep man in the yard. Woman can't keep man in the yard, but lockdown has kept man in the yard. So man,
1,000,000%.
lockdown is, a lot of women are happy right now. Their man can't go nowhere. You know, if a man try to come out the gates, the woman will be like, where you going? Where you going? You can't go nowhere. You going to meet. Boris is saying, if it's not in the bubble, you can't go out. So Boris is helping a lot of women out there. But yeah, anyway, listen, Spence, moving on. Daniel Wright, yeah, big up Danny. You know the set, aka the Sergeant. Let's get on to this then. Let's get on to the main topic, and let's take questions, opinions, and comments from the people. We're going to start off with Teófimo Lopez, aka the Takeover. Spence, this young man, 23 years young, 16-0, 12 KOs, represented Honduras in the 2016 Summer Olympics. Number 5, pound for pound, according to ESPN. Number 6, according to the Ring magazine. Debuted just the other day, 2016, on the undercard of Manny Pacquiao and Jesse Vargas. The breakout fight for him, in my opinion, was in 2019 when he won the title in spectacular fashion against Richard Comey, the tough back African man from Ghana.
Richard Comey so hard they revoked his visa.
So
you know.
But listen, serious. And then to top it off in this embryonic stage, because let's get it right, 4 years as a professional is the embryonic stage of your career. Yep. Even at the minimum of a maximum of a 10-year career, you're still not even halfway. So within 4 years, not only has he won a world title in spectacular fashion against Comey, he beats the man known as the Matrix, the free-weight world champion. 396 and 1 as an amateur.
That's nuts.
And he beats him.
That's nuts.
So I want you to just break down the pros, and I don't know if there's any cons with a young man who's just beaten arguably one of the best, if not the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world. It's open to, discussion. But what's your take? What's your take on Teo?
I just got to be real with the kid, yeah? What is he? He's 16-0.
Yes.
16-0, you're relatively a baby.
Wow. Still.
You're a baby.
Still.
Like, you got to think, right? His 12 knockouts have been horrible knockouts as well,
Yes. Remember Magdaleno, which was supposed to be a step-up fight?
It was meant to thump out Magdaleno, bro.
yeah.
He thumped him out. And he's living up to his nickname because his nickname is a takeover.
Yes.
And he's taking over. Because
there you go.
In my mind, there's no way why I couldn't see this young man at being number 1 in the division.
Yes.
Because he owns every one of the conceivable belts, apart from he owns the WBC franchise.
Franchise, yeah.
Right. And the reason why he got the franchise championship is because the WBC champion at the time was the Matrix, right? And they elevated the Matrix to the franchise champion, so Devin Haney could compete for the ordinary WBC title.
Okay.
So right, the Matrix Lomachenko didn't lose that belt in the ring. He got elevated to the franchise champion, which is like being the senior elite champion. That's like the WBC have the regular and the super title. This guy's become like the super champion of the WBC. So therefore, really and truly, just like he tweeted yesterday, all these other guys have got the paper titles. I'm the original champion. I'm the real champion. And you've got to give me dues. He is the real champion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's undeniable.
Yeah, it's undeniable. Right? It's undeniable. So to me, I would have him as number 1. That's me. I've got him as number 1.
Okay.
Now, Teofimo beats the guy who was the guy, undisputed. Thank you, and I'm in total agreement with you, Naz. Big up yourself for joining us.
Yeah, you can't take that away from him. You can't take that away from him. He beat the guy who was the guy.
No.
Daniel Wright says, I got Teofimo as number 1 as he's beat the man to be the man and has to be number 1 and has the number 1 win on paper. Again, absolutely, Danny. We have to agree with you. I don't think myself and Spencer are disagreeing on that point. But he's got some competition behind it. He's got some competition. And the thing about it, I think Teofimo is very good for the sport as well because he's a character. You know, he talks that talk, and he's delivering. And as I said, I feel that he needs a big money fight, which he deserves for taking the scalp of the man that many thought was just impossible to beat. Ishmael says, Floyd was saying Tank ain't ready for Loma, and Teo comes and does it. Okay, you have to take your opportunity and believe in yourself. You know, Ishmael, that's a great point because I think after the fact, Teofimo actually said it. He said, many of you don't want to be like Floyd Mayweather, but you don't want to take the risks like Floyd Mayweather. So, and Floyd Mayweather's not even his promoter. But he's just showing, man, you know, usually the people that are around you are the last people to take your advice. So he's come from the outside, made that, you know, and said, you know what, I'm gonna do what Floyd done, and I'm gonna challenge myself against the best, and we see what it is. And just for that, he deserves to be the number 1.
Yep. Now we could be arguing about who's number 2 right now.
Okay.
Right? We're arguing about who's number 2.
Well, let's go on the list. Let's go on the list first.
All right.
So the next one we're talking about. All right. So we broke down Teo. Then we're gonna go on how the styles match up against each other. But the next one on the list is the man known as the Matrix, Lomachenko. We should call him Loma Glitch Matrixchenko.
Regardless. For the live right now, is it on the Stamina for Sale page or is it on the Fight Is Right page? On Facebook?
On Facebook?
Yeah.
No, it's on my page, Tunde Ajayi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it from there.
So the Fight Is Right page is relatively new. We're going to start promoting that more.
It's all right, man. You got 700 people on it.
On the Fight Is Right page?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's 5,000 on mine. So.
All right, calm down, son. All right.
It's all about numbers.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on your page now so I can share it.
Yeah. So we're talking about Loma, the Matrix, freeweight world champion, 396 has won as an amateur. The 2008, 2012 Olympic gold medalist, won it back-to-back. And in his third fight as a professional, he won the world title.
Incredible run-ins. And it is incredible run-ins, but I still can't get over the fact that you lost to Salido in your second fight.
Yeah.
I don't care that Salido deliberately came in overweight. I don't care that Salido is still an old, tough Mexican. And with all that Lomachenko, all the bravado behind Lomachenko, what was it, 396 amateur fights, only losing one. Incredible. You know what I mean? A 2-time Olympian. You know what I mean?
You see the t-shirt?
You say it. I can't say that, Tunde. If you give him some truthful advice, he blocks you.
You're blocked. Big up Marisha. She gave me the shirt. She printed the name Tunde Ajayi. You're blocked. Standard. Anyway, come on. Sorry, Spence. Sorry to interrupt.
No. So I'm saying, but he's very good because you think about it. The man's a freeweight world champion. Already a freeweight world champion, and he's done it. I just shared the thing on my page as well now. Yeah, a freeweight world champion, and nobody can't say that the guy's not good because he is good.
Absolutely.
Right. He's very good. But as a lightweight, because he was a pound for pound, arguably number one, right? I'll say like in the lightweight division, he's only lost one fight. He lost to a young whippersnapper who administered the right game plan to him.
No, didn't he lose to Salido as well? So that's 2
Yeah, but I'm saying he lost to Salido, but I'm saying in world title fights, he's lost. You know what I mean? He's lost to a man who was a big lightweight.
Yes.
Right? And also a man that didn't buy into the hype.
There you go.
He didn't care.
There you go.
He was telling us way before that, right? But regardless of that, you still got to say that Lomachenko is very good. And then you're hating. He's a very, very good fighter.
And you know what, Spence? I still think that he can end up coming back and beating these young boys. That's just my personal opinion because, he's crying wolf now that, Teofimo didn't want the fight. He wasn't aggressive. He was running all night. I don't really call it running. I think he boxed smart, and the way that he finished the 12th round was the way you're supposed to finish the fight.
Okay.
He fought the 12th round strong. So, but I still think Lomachenko has something to offer. That's my personal opinion. If I was Devin Haney, I definitely wouldn't be going in the ring with Lomachenko right now. And with Tank, if I was Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, I don't think they fight Lomachenko. I may be totally wrong. Maybe age has just catched up with him, and it might be just you can't time. is something you can't control. But Teofimo, so where do you rate Teofimo in, in these top 4?
My ratings, I'll have Teofimo at number 1.
Teofimo, sorry, Lomachenko.
Lomachenko, regardless that he's got 2 losses on his record, he's only had 14 fights, son. He's accomplished a hell of a lot in 14 fights. So I would have him at number 2.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because you lost to a man that was willing to fight you.
Yes.
The insiders weren't too quick to say, okay, then will you fight Tank now? I know they said, no, let's wait, let him get a little bit older, let him get in some rough fights, and then we'll go jump in and fight him. And the thing is, the mere fact that Teofimo wanted that fight, made that fight happen, I have to prop Teofimo. But regardless, all the rest of them, as much as they was calling out Lomachenko, they weren't really calling him. I know where man's calling out, man. Yeah, I mean, they weren't really.
Boxing Truth Serum says Lomo didn't want to fight Haney, so he asked to be elevated to avoid the fight with Haney. Can't punish Haney because these dudes don't want to fight him. Me personally, I don't believe that.
And I don't believe that neither. Right?
I'll just tell you the truth.
Right? I don't believe that either. You know what I mean? He got elevated to that champion so it could leave a space for Devin Haney. Because if Devin Haney was number 1 contender, and you know what? That fight would have been easy to make as well. Because Devin was with Eddie Hearn. And Eddie Hearn, Matchroom and Top Rank do business quite regularly. So I don't believe that one. At all. I'm sorry, I do not believe that at all. Bobby Rice, I know he is the Matrix, but do you think he's as hungry as these young men? Maybe not. Maybe he's not anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, he's won 3 world titles. He's a free-weight world champion.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a unified champion at lightweight.
There you go.
I'm not too sure. But the thing that I do find interesting is the fact that Luke Campbell was saying how hard Garcia hits.
Yes.
And he said he hits harder than Lomachenko and he hits harder than Linares. And Linares can punch. You don't believe me? Ask Anthony Crolla. Linares can punch me. So
interesting.
Yeah. And not only that, but because he's got that youth and athleticism, makes him a dangerous youth. But you could have a point there, like, because he's accomplished a hell of a lot, Lomachenko. But I think the way that I see how he's bitched, his cerebral can't comprehend the fact that he lost that fight.
Yeah. He's like, bro, I didn't even lose this fight. Is that what you can say? I didn't lose this fight.
Yeah. He can't comprehend.
I just believe in timing, and I think Bobby Wright makes a fantastic point because
very valid point.
You know, youth, when the youth are hungry, the old boys, you know, and there's a thin line between the young and the old where boxing is concerned. You know, when you're talking about 21, 22, 23, fighting 33, 34, 35, that's old.
Really is old.
That's old. And you know, we all know that you don't have as much energy when you're older as when you're younger. So the hunger, that is one of the great points Bobby Wright has made on our show thus far. And it's very, very valid. I see DeLeon Daniels. I know Gary hasn't put it up, but he's saying that it's not about your belief. It's about what the truth is. He ducked. Hold on, where is it? Is it on the screen, guy? Yeah, he ducked his mandatory in Haney. Let's see if Garcia ducks Haney as well. What I would say to this, Spencer, you answer
that. It's true. I don't want to mash up your relationship with Haney too. But I'll tell you this now. What I saw on the weekend, I'm going to keep it 100, yeah?
Come on.
Garcia will broke up Haney.
Oh my God. Listen, I don't know. Listen, I mean, before I even touch on that, what DeLeon was saying about Lomachenko ducking Haney, I just want you to think what you're saying, bro, because we're talking about a man so accomplished in his career, amateur and pro. You don't really, the ducking suggestion doesn't really, it's not valid. Guys that accomplish don't behave like that. It's business.
It's foolish talk. I big up Dylan Daniels for jumping on the live. And no, for real. But I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it 100. I'm not buying that one.
No, it Dylan, bro, trust me, remember, I keep saying it, and we've said it before. I know Devin, when AY, O'Hara Davis, Judah Benjamin, we stayed in Devin's dad's yard in Bill's house. So I know the family. I know Devin. You know, I was asked to stay out there and train Devin, but you know, I'm a UK man, so I ain't doing that.
All right. Let me ask you. Dillion, I want to ask you this question. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you think Devin Haney would do against Luke Campbell? Find that one back on the thing. We're gonna put that up. I'd like to discuss that. How do you think Devin Haney would do against Luke Campbell?
That's a great question. I mean, K9 says Haney is taking Garcia every time. Are you serious? Well, I mean, listen, that's why we're here for, K9. We're here for open discussion and we're here for opinions. And boxing is the most opinionated sport, usually by people that are not in.
You said Haney's taking Garcia. Is he saying that Haney's going to beat Garcia?
Yeah, 10 times out of 10. And I guess, listen.
Big up K9 for jumping on the live as well.
I mean, I guess, you know, K9, I can see the angle, you know, the amateur successes by Devin and
He fought 4 times in the amateurs, hasn't it?
Yeah. And I don't know. Say again?
2 apiece. They fought 4 times in the
2 apiece. Okay, so that's 50-50. But, you know, I just think as it stands right now, I think Garcia is moving a little bit better than Devin. But as I said the other day, Devin just beat Gamboa. Devin's still a baby, in my opinion. He's still got a lot of development to do. But if we're talking about right here, right now, the youth I saw on Saturday night, no, sir. Devin ain't beating it. I'm just keeping it real. And we all know we're not getting that fight next. If we get that fight next, I will come on this live and yam this paper that you see in my hand.
Wait. You're talking about Devin Haney still young, yeah?
Yes.
How old is Garcia?
No. They're young in age, but I'm talking about in development. They're both the same in age, but I'm just talking about in development. And that's why I said at this moment in time, right now.
I slightly disagree. Reason being is because Devin Haney's been brought up in this thing for maybe he's like his childlike persona because he's young.
Yes.
Could be take you away from the truth. I think Devin Haney is actually a killer.
No. I mean, listen, we're not saying that. We're just talking about. Listen, technically,
he's development.
Development. Technically, Devin beats Garcia out of the water. Technically, he's got more skill, in my opinion. He's got more skill. But when we're talking about fight and development, I feel there's so much more. That maturity, what Garcia also may have in favor of him is that he hits harder than Devin right now.
Bro, he whacks, you know.
And because of that, he may be able to get away with certain things. Because one of the reasons why I felt they picked Luke Campbell, because they just said this guy got no power. He can't hurt me. But obviously they found out if you catch a man at the right time with a right shot, anybody can be hurt. But I just think about, you know, at this moment in time, I would have to slightly edge it with Garcia. But let's hope they do get the fight on, as now Garcia has become his mandatory. And then we'll see. But yeah, I know where my money be on that fight.
Well, Garcia's become Devin Haney's mandatory.
Yeah, so the fight is supposed to be next.
Well, if the fight happens, it'd be a shame if the fight was to happen next.
Okay.
It would be a shame. It'd be a shame because potentially you could be killing off 2 young men's careers.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. It's kind of like Lawrence Okoli and Isaac Chamberlain?
Kinda, but way bigger scale, right?
Oh yeah, of course, bigger scale, but
way bigger scale.
Same but different.
And the thing about it is this: Isaac has come back now. He's got to do with Mick Hennessy on Channel 5.
There you go.
And I like Isaac a lot. And I think he started to buckle down because with Isaac Chamberlain, I think he wanted to be an Instagram fighter.
Remember, I've known Isaac from the start as well.
Yeah,
it's funny how these boys that I've known from the start. I remember Isaac sitting down watching Akash. I think it was Dagenham or something, with starry eyes, and him saying, "Yeah, I wanna do that. I wanna do that."
So, but now I see Isaac Chamberlain has buckled down. He's properly buckled down. He's putting in some good performances, and he's on the rebuild. But I'm saying, like, when certain guys, you see the difference is this, especially with this pandemic that we're going through. Lawrence Okoli's next fight's for a world title. You know what I mean?
Say again, Bob. Say.
Lawrence Okoli's next fight is for a world title.
Okay. Yes.
Right. We don't know what Isaac's doing, but the main thing what I do like about Isaac is that he's seemingly more dedicated now, and I think he understands the seriousness of his sport. I think before he was a little bit young-minded. It was like a bit, yeah. I mean, I'm great.
Well, before we move off of that, I'm gonna disagree with you.
That's good. That's what you're meant to.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because I've known him from the start, and this kid, I remember body sparring with him when he was younger. And you know me, I used to stop everyone in body sparring. Every single person every fighter used to get stopped. And this youth wouldn't stop. And I said there and then, this youth is going to be a champion when he was a young man. And he hasn't stopped. And yeah, listen, it's the era we live in. We live in an era where people feel they have to put everything on social media and play that. But unless you're Ryan Garcia, you ain't making no peace. So, you need to buckle down. You need to buckle down in your career. But I don't think that's the case with Isaac. I think he's always wanted it and he's working towards it. So, but let's carry on. I think the next fighter we're gonna talk about is Ryan Garcia. Let's touch on Ryan Garcia, please. Spencer Fearon.
The kid, as far as I'm concerned, the kid's fantastic.
Okay.
Right?
King. Let me give you. He's got two A-lists. One is King Ryan, and the other one is the Flash. Okay. if you didn't know.
Well, he's both, because that kid's hands are so fast. He should be a pickpocket ton, right?
Do you know something? Again, we're talking about watching this fight over, yeah. And you know me, I was calling the body shot from the breakdown we done days before. But after he got knocked down, go watch the second and the third round again. He clapped Luke with the same left hook to the body. After he got that knocked down. So it's obvious, and I saw it, it was a shot that they've been practicing. That shot there, because what he done in the beginning of the fight, he was coming with a stepping left hook.
Yep.
Remember, and I said, that wobbling. Yeah. You understand? So they was going up and they was going down. And that's what I could see from early on. And yeah, this young man, only, 22 years old. So I think he's even younger than
Haney.
He's younger than Devin, isn't he?
No, they're both 22.
Oh, they're both 22. Okay. Again, like Teofimo, turned professional June 2016. In Tijuana, the Mexican man there. Signed by Golden Boy Promotion. Tijuana, okay. Sorry for the lingo. And
Tijuana, Mexico.
Mexico, yeah. And in 2019, Garcia extended his contract to a new 5-year deal with Golden Boy. So he ain't going nowhere.
Don't worry about that.
He ain't got nowhere. Unless there's some get out clause.
Let me tell you this. Canelo is doing his own thing now. He's got Canelo Promotions. That's going to come out in a few months' time. I guarantee you, Canelo's going to take one of you.
You think?
There's going to be some clause in some contract. Did you see? I told you already. Oscar De La Hoya is panicking.
De La Hoya ain't letting that boy go. That boy ain't going nowhere.
Listen,
and to be honest with you, I mean, me and you spoke about this. I actually feel he needs De La Hoya at this embryonic stage of his career. Same, no matter what Canelo, the beef him and Oscar have now.
Totally agree.
Oscar
knows how to build Mexican fighters.
Exactly, and Oscar done a great job with Canelo from Mexico, and then bringing him into the US and building. Obviously, we hear that there were fights that Oscar didn't want Canelo to take, and Renee So and Canelo said, "No, I want them fights." So he's really starting to take control of his career later on. But because Ryan is so early and in the embryonic stages of his career, I think that he should stay with Oscar, and they're doing well together. Oscar won't take much chances.
You know the rules. Loyalty is royalty.
There you go.
Peace, love, and boxing. Right, boxing roll round out thoughts. Man said Tijuana from South London. Stand up. Come on, you know.
Come on.
You know this thing. You know this thing. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. But like I was saying, Garcia may be a media creation, but I said earlier, he's a media creation that can fight. What's that? Mark Detail says Garcia holds his chin up too high. Tank will knock him out. And you know what? If that was Tank, who is a southpaw, short, stocky at southpaw, had thrown that the left hand on Ryan Garcia, I don't believe he'd have got up. The same shot that Luke Campbell threw, and he threw it, I don't think he would have got up. But the thing is this, I don't think he'd have taken those chances against Tank, who I believe would take care of Garcia right now. I actually see Garcia moving up in weight eventually. I could see Garcia maybe campaigning as a light middleweight eventually. Remember I told you this. Because
that's an Oscar move.
Yeah.
That's an Oscar move. To stay away from the dangerous fights.
Yeah. And which
but you know, Tank's a different fighter. Well, I think again, Ads One Up says Garcia is good, but too upright. Doesn't really roll punches, but I'm sure Reneso will drill that into him. And that's my point, Ads One Up. If there was a point in the fight after he got stopped, you see him start to do a little dip. He busts a little Canelo West.
Yeah, and then threw the left hook to the body.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can see that, as we said, these young men are in the embryonic stages of career. And we as boxing fans, I think sometimes we're a bit too hard. And even on the night, I wasn't actually hard on him. I was just pointing out the fact that he's like this, straight up and down.
All right, I have a question for you. Kevin the Carrot says, what happens if Garcia lands flush on
There you go. You got it like he's just going to come in there and let Tank clap him in his face. It ain't going to work like that. It's a fight. It's a fight. And yes, we're all looking at it from our own pair of eyes, and we're all saying that Tank this, Tank that, Tank this. But please, again, Tank fought Fonseca, and Tank went 8 rounds with Fonseca. Garcia knocked him out in 1 round. Linares went points with Luke Campbell. Lomachenko went points with Luke Campbell. Garcia knocked him out. So, although I'm a Tank man, you can't just say, oh yeah, well, you can say, you have said it. It ain't going to just be easy like, yeah, Tank, he's just going to knock him out. What, you think this Mexican youth's coming there to just stand up like a tree? He's coming there to swing punches. So, please, you got to give this boy some respect after Saturday's performance.
Well, I'm just keeping it 100. I was impressed with him. And all it is, it's about timing with him and about putting him in with the right fights.
There you go.
And you have to remember that you must be doing something to make Big Baba Tunde Ajayi, Big Gary Blake, Big Spencer Fearon, the knowledge, come and talk about it right now.
He's doing something. He's doing something, my man. I'm telling you.
Somebody said he's just like Amir Khan. Someone, the comment came up. We didn't get time to answer it, Gary. You see, some guy said like he's just like Amir Khan. On on Saturday he was trending because everybody was saying Amir Khan was trending because they was making a comparison between Garcia and Amir Khan. But here's the difference to me.
On.
And this is no disrespect to Amir Khan, who I like. When he got knocked out, when Amir Khan got knocked out, Ishmael Salas was the one that chose his opponent for him.
Bradus Prescott.
And when Bradus Prescott knocked him out in, what was it, 69 seconds or something, right? The difference, I would say, is Amir Khan not saying he's not a freestyler of boxing. You know what I'm trying to say? A freestyler of boxing means like while you're in the ring, you've got really good trainers who teach you stuff and all the rest of it, but you know how to put adaptability into a fight when you're in it. And this is no disrespect to Amir Khan, because I've said this to his face. I said that Amir Khan didn't have a good boxing brain. People tried to jump on me. No, and I explain myself now. Tommy Hearns didn't have a good boxing brain. He's still one of the greatest to ever do it.
Come on.
Right? There are certain fighters that they compute what is being inputted in them. Amir Khan was one of those guys. With this Garcia kid, Garcia listens to his trainers.
There you go.
Also freestyles himself. Right?
There you go. Initiative.
Cool. So there isn't a comparison. We're saying about, he got fast hands and now he's immediately he's fake and blah. I don't think the comparison between this kid and Amir Khan, for the simple fact, is like Amir Khan could punch reasonably well, but he was a hand speed man. This kid is looking to take off your head.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the difference
between Amir Khan. And look there, what's that?
And Nachismo.
Yeah, Nachismo says Khan never got back up. Right. And this is another thing. Right? And that's actually wrong because Khan got knocked down in 2006 by Willie Lemon. Remember that?
Yeah. Willie Lemon can't punch out of a wet Rizzler paper.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And Willie Lemon had him over. Right? The difference is this. Luke Campbell is an accomplished boxer and an accomplished amateur fighter, culminating the 2012 Olympic final versus John Joe Nevin, where he won the bantamweight gold medal. This man can fight.
Talk the thing.
But people think like you just turn up and they're giving out gold medals now, you know?
No way.
Right? They don't give out gold medals down Wrigley Road Market. They don't give out gold medals. You have to earn that because people don't understand it through the duration. You got to go for Olympic qualifiers. And before you even get to Olympic qualifiers, you got to have UK box offs.
Come on,
and the box offs are more so like when you're in the gym with your fighters and your camaraderie that you have with your trainers. So I'm saying Luke Campbell's an accomplished guy, and that was meant to be the media creation acid test. And the kid passed it. And he learned more in round 2 by getting knocked down with that right hand, the left hand straight from Luke Campbell, than he would have by beating up X amount of journeymen.
Yes. Right?
Because now he's going to think, okay, I can get knocked down and I can get up. And you go look, count how long he was down for. He got knocked down, he was down for 1.5 seconds. And that's because he dropped on his arm to replace himself. Did the kid get wobbly? It was a reminiscent of like when Mike Tyson fought Carlos Truth Williams in 1989 of the summer, and Carlos Truth Williams got clapped down in 90. You remember that Carlos Truth Williams got clapped down with that big left hook from Mike Tyson?
Yeah.
Wobbly, and he was a referee. Randy Newman was a referee, right?
Yeah.
Randy Newman fought Billy Ed. You know the old Billy Ed. Yeah. He fought Billy Ed, the referee. He fought Billy Ed. I think that was in like 75. That's another story, right? And he stopped the fight because the guy's leg was wobbly. My guy got up like it was nothing. And to be fair, the way he put on Luke Campbell was the end of round 6, right?
Yes.
They should have stopped the fight then. Round 5 when he got clapped. Because Luke Campbell was gone. it was gone.
Remember I said it. I was saying
it was gone.
He turned away.
And from you turn your back, that should have been a standing 8, and it wasn't given a standing 8. That should have been well went, and that's inexperience of the referee, right? That should have been a standing 8 because he was gone. Yes. So Ryan Garcia on the rankings of top lightweights, where would I have Ryan Garcia? I'd have Ryan Garcia at number 4. Number 4. Okay. Number 4. That's interesting. I've got Teófimo Lopez at number 1, Vasyl Lomachenko at number 2. Number 4, I'm putting Ryan Garcia. Yes. Interesting. Right. What could be interesting? Very, very interesting. I think the last fighter we're gonna mention is really, in terms of professional experience, I think is the most accomplished. I mean, Tank turned pro at 18, but Devin actually turned pro at 16 in Mexico. Yeah. A lot of people don't know this, but because he couldn't turn pro in America. Yeah. He was fighting bear man that eat burritos. Yeah. But, no head guard, and already at this age, he's already had 25 fights. So he's quite experienced, but some things just can't be rushed. Yeah. And, no matter how much fights, you can have 100 fights, but if it ain't your time yet, it ain't your time. But, he's 25-0, 15 by way of knockout. In his last contest, he beat a good fighter, or Asian good fighter in Yorisco Gamboa. Yep. Cuban, also a gold medalist. Let's not forget that. Also a gold medalist. And he's on the rise. As I said, for me, I feel that Devin has got so much potential, but they got to be careful with it. They got to allow him to develop even more. But I mean, he's in a situation now whereby being the champion, he's going to have to fight fighters. Because he's not in a position whereby you can start picking. He ain't got that yet. Tank's got that because he's with Floyd. But because the whole thing with Devin is, it's a whole family affair. The dad, the family, it's their own promotion and they're all doing their own thing. So I just think in my list, I've actually got Devin number 4. Devin number 4. Ryan number 3. Devin number 4. Ryan Garcia number 3. Now you got Ryan Garcia. You got Ryan Garcia too high, bro. Wait. Right now, Devin number 4, Garcia number 3. I'm gonna mess up a lot of people's heads now. Tank number 2, and the Matrix number 1. How you like that one? So where's Teófimo Lopez? Oh yeah, I love. What am I talking about? So I got 5 then. So exactly. 5 Devin. 5 Devin. Lopez is number 1. All right. Yeah. 5. Yeah. That's it. So 5 Devin. Like his name was. 5 Devin. 4 Garcia. 3 Lomachenko. 2 Tank, and 1 Teofimo. Okay. That's how I'm moving. Well, this is how I'm moving. Number 1, Teofimo. There you go. Right? Number 2, the Matrix. Number 3, Gervonta Davis. Right? Yes. Number 4, Ryan Garcia. And number 5, Devin Haney. Okay, so the only difference between me and you was 4 and 5. Yeah. Right? Who did you put at number 5? Devin. Who did you put at number 4? Ryan. So we agreed on that. Oh, no. Did I say? Yeah, that's right. So we're in agreement as well. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's what I said. Yeah. I said Devin 5, Ryan 4, Tank 3,
Lomachenko 2, and Teo 1. Yeah. So
at least we're not planting. That's because I know you got sense. You ain't gonna run with me, bro.
But I know the thing as well.
Yeah, man, let's go to bed now, man. Go to the right bed.
Gary, let's put up some questions there. Haney #1. How you like them apples? How can he be #1, bro?
Who's he for number one? Seriously, who's he for?
How can he be #1?
He didn't do a better job on Gamboa than what Tank did. So how can he be #1? Right. Bakari. What am I talking about?
Bakar Abdullah Adali. Yeah, says Lopez #1. Devin #2. Tank #3, Ryan 4, and Loma 5. That's disrespect to Lomachenko. Come on, man. That's a bit too much.
I just want to keep this 100, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I like Devin Haney and I wish him all the best.
Of course.
He hasn't beaten nobody. And the comparison was how, all you got to say is this. The comparison is how he looked versus, because the common denominator in this whole mix-up was Devin Haney, how Devin Haney performed against Gamboa. And he didn't come remotely close to knocking down Gamboa.
At all.
You know what I mean? So that's it. Remember, I predicted that. I said that was going points. Devin will knock him out because they seen that overhand right that Devin landed on that guy. But in fairness, and I'm going to be fair now, I did hear from Mickey Bay, his trainer, former IBF lightweight champion of the world, and Mickey Bay said that Devin was ill going into that fight. But
there's always excuses. I don't hear no excuses.
And I'm just dropping that one in case when them people that watch it were trying to hate on them. I ain't gonna argue with Bill Haney. I like the guy, but I'm just being real. Devin ain't there yet. Potentially could be there, but he's not there yet.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I said it on the show. When Devin was, I don't know, 15 or so, or even he probably was younger than that, because if he made his debut at 16, he was over here with Bill, his dad, 2012, training in the gym with us.
Right, yeah.
No,
younger than that. It was 12.
12! And I'm telling you, Devin, 12 or 13, and Devin at 12 or 13 was punching like a big man. Because I'm not going to call the guy's name, but he sparred with one guy that used to be around us. And I said, bro, he packed up the brother. And I was mad. I said, how you got this little boy that's beat you up like that? So Devin, to me, he's one of them, one of them young people who are strong before their time.
Yeah.
But then when they get to that age, it starts to plateau. Yeah. And then he has to have the next stage of growth and development. So that's all I'm waiting for with Devin. He's got all the skills, he's got all the experience. His dad brought him up in the right environment. All the things that was in Las Vegas, especially, that mash up fighters. All the things in Las Vegas, and sorry, let me use the right language. All the things that damage fighters in Las Vegas. His dad cleverly put those things around Devin when he was a young boy.
Yeah, it's like so that distracted.
So he couldn't be distracted. So Bill Haney has done a fantastic job. And because I've got so much love for them, I'm just saying, just take your time. That's just my opinion. But why would they don't need to listen to me, because, Devin's a champ at the end of the day, earning money, counting thousands in our face.
Yeah. What's that? Peace, Love, and Boxing says, #1, Lopez. #2, Loma. #3, Tank. #4, Linares. #5, Garcia. #6, Haney. Listen to me, Peace, Love. It seems like, did you not see when he got broke up the other day? He got knocked out in one round.
Who?
Linares.
You sure?
He got knocked out. Go check it on BoxRec. He got knocked out in one round by, what's his name? Pablo.
Is that Mexican?
Yeah, Pablo Cano knocked him out.
Linares can't fight Mexicans. He always gets knocked out by Mexicans. That's. I remember one time he was riding high, went down, 4 Mexicans got banged out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Mexicans seem to be his Achilles heel.
Yeah.
But he's still a good guy
in one round.
But the guy that Garcia went points with, Linares was on the undercard with that guy, and Linares stopped him.
Hello, business. You got knockout. you got knockout last year, bro. So therefore, you're not in the arguments, brother.
Yeah. Black and Brown Boxing says everyone's sleeping on Linares. Linares might hurt one of these kids. You're absolutely right. I don't think no one's sleeping on him. He's a great fighter.
He got sleep the other day, bro. Right, so sleep on him. He got sleep the other day. Cool as it is.
You know what? I actually would have loved to see Ryan Garcia against Linares, because to me, I mean, I didn't think that fight was ever going to happen anyway. Because I just said they're overmatching the kid. But again, we are just looking at it from our eyes. There are people that are in the gym with these people. They know something. They know something.
Watching everything that's going on.
They know something. They know something. They have information which we're not privy to. And so when they're making these matches, I'm saying, to the naked eye, there's no way they should be taking this fight. But these guys know something. Wasn't it you that was telling me Garcia and Lomachenko had a war in the gym?
A war in the gym, yeah? And they had to jump in and stop the sparring to him. It was that vicious.
See? So it's a side that people haven't seen of Ryan Garcia, which others who are around these guys that have seen him. Anyway, Chain with Ice says 1 Teofimo, 2 Lomachenko, 3 Linares. Bro, you must know each other, because I don't know how Linares just covered this conversation. Linares, 4 Ryan, and 5 Devin Haney. So hold on.
You know what?
So where's Tank in there?
Right, listen to me. From when those guys are saying this, yeah, Chain with Ice, yeah, I know that these guys don't know that Jorge Linares 2 fights ago got knocked out
in 1 round, yeah.
Horribly. That is it. So off of that, yeah, if you lost on points, you say, yeah, it was an off night, blah. No, you got knocked out. That's it. So I deal with all the other fighters who are up, who we're calling are unbeaten fighters, bar Lomachenko, who's lost 2, right? But he can be forgiven for losing these 2 because of the things that he's accomplished within the short space of his career.
14 fights.
Yeah. Flames dash on. He says Tank beats all of them in that weight class. Yeah. You know what? Let me tell you this. Like, the real classic, that could be like a Gatti Ward fight, but will still be Tank versus Teófimo Lopez.
There you go. That's a big fight.
That would be that kind of fight.
I still think that Tank would take that fight, just because of his sheer strength. And I mean, they both got strength from war. They can both punch. I mean, you're right. You said it at the top of the show. We are literally the lightweights now. Is really the new super division of boxing.
It is. And you know, I tell you, the nice thing is the keenness that these men are doing to face each other. Right? Because they're willing to say that, yeah, let's fight. Unlike the welterweight division, which should be, because it's got a plethora of talent in it. But you know, it is our Hamer fighters fight our Hamer fighters.
There you go. That's how it goes. Keep the money in house.
Keep the money in house. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, as a boxing fan, then I wish that those guys would branch off and fight other guys. But in saying that, the only other guy that is there for them to go and fight is Terence Crawford. But then when we're talking about it, we're saying, well, let's see Terence Crawford in against somebody. And then we're thinking in against someone. His #1 challenger for his WBO belt is Sean Porter. He got offered $1 million from Top Rank to fight Terence Crawford. He's making way more than that now. So why would you offer him $1 million? You're taking liberties. But because of Bob Arum saying, like, I can't sell Terence Crawford, bro. So the lightweight division is a super division right now in the world because it's hot. It's the hottest division in the world right now.
More so than the waterweights?
More so than the waterweights. You know why? Because we've got young talent, hungry freshmen.
I would have to agree with you.
Right, I'm saying more than because we ain't talking about the weight division, even though we've got some great talents in there. Right, we ain't talking about the weight division like the lightweight divisions. The lightweight division, you go think in the space of a couple months, we've seen a massive upset. Well, it wasn't an upset for you because you swear blind that my boy was gonna beat Matrix, right? Yes. But we've seen a massive upset. Then we've seen that hellacious, horrible knockout that we saw. What Tank displayed on Leo Santa Cruz. Then we've just seen this next little hotshot kid come out and dazzle a man after being dropped in an exciting fight, right? And then he hit him with a sneaky body shot for someone so tall to get up so close and whipping that body shot. Come on, man. That's special, man.
I just read a comment from Boxing Truth Serum saying, "What? Please explain why nobody is calling out Haney." I don't know why they call it. I don't know. Well, me personally, I don't know. But from a fan of boxing, I don't know if they're not calling him out. I don't think. I mean, you got to remember, Devin really grew up around Floyd and the Mayweathers and that, and the Mayweathers look after Tank. So I don't think there's going to be too much disrespect going on between those two. Garcia has called out Devin. He called him out. He has. I don't hear Loma.
Tank first. Yeah, I mean, him calling out Devin is because Devin. Remember them two bridges as well. Devin was in the audience. He said, "Yeah, Devin as well." Like, yeah, but Devin, ain't he?
Yeah. So I don't know. Listen, this is what makes it so exciting. The fact that we have these young fighters, all calling out each other supposedly, but we all know this is a business. It's a business, and if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. So you get to a level where you want to monetize the position you're in. Devin is a champion. But I say, because he's the WBC, I don't know how many easy fights he can have. Because the WBC belt is a belt they won in Mexico. They won that belt in Mexico. They want a Mexican man to hold that belt. So it's more advantageous for them. And I think that somewhere along the line, Devin's gonna have to. I mean, Fonchona, is it Fonchona? Fonchona? Remember, Devin had a choice between Fonchuna or whatever his name is and Gamboa, and I always knew they was going to beat Gamboa.
Of course they're going to beat Gamboa.
But Fonchuna would have been a good fight. That would have been a good assessment fight for me if I saw Devin fight that guy. But obviously that Fonchuna, that's it. Fortuna, that's it. If Devin had fight Fortuna, that would have given us a brilliant view on how far Devin's development has come along. Anyway, Kevin the Carrot says, please explain why Tank keeps fighting bantamweights and featherweights and nobody calls him out for it. Spence?
Why what?
Why Tank keeps on fighting bantams and featherweights and no one keeps calling him out for it?
No, he doesn't know. We're talking about the Leo Santa Cruz fight.
Oh, no, but Pedraza weren't no bantamweight.
And he clapped it out vicious.
Pedraza weren't no bantamweight.
Jose Pedraza got clapped out. He got a beating, and Tank was more impressive in beating him than Lomachenko was. So
there you go. There you go.
That was at super featherweight. So what are you talking about?
Yeah. Good point. Teo fights 135 5-pounders, but Tank keeps dragging small guys up.
Drag smaller guys up. Let me just go back to this thing. He doesn't drag smaller fighters up. What he did, there was, like I keep on saying to you guys, low is rolling. One thing about Al Heyman, people say whatever they want to say about him is this, If you stay low to him, you make sure that you eat a big food.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what happened was Leo Santa Cruz stayed low to Al Heyman, right? And subsequently, off of the back of his loyalty, he said, I'm going to get you a big fight. So what's the big fight? You and Tank. He's already won the WBA super featherweight crown. So he's saying, right, you can fight Tank. We can make it a dual weight match. Dual weight matches don't happen regular in the history of boxing, right?
Like, touching it, Spencer. Touching it. 10 minutes left as well. 10 minutes left for the show.
So Barney Ross versus the Englishman is one of the Ted Kid Lewis, right? Yes. I think that's 43. Sugar Ray Leonard brought it back to modernized it November 7th, 1988, when he fights Donny Lalonde for the super middleweight and light heavyweight crown. And also Floyd Mayweather did it as well, right? When he fought Madonna. Yes. Apart from that, no one ain't done it. So they say, okay, then it's dual weights, but what we're gonna do, we know that we know that Tank's had problems getting down to 130. He got down to 130. So he ain't a 130 fighter no more. Like, he got down to 130 because, right. So as far as I'm concerned, that made it kind of more level playing field. Because the thing was, can you get down to 130? Go down to 130 and he had a spectacular knockout. Get a guy. Yeah. And now that he's going up, knowing that there's other guys there that he needs to bring the heat with, it's going to be interesting. But also, Devin Haney and his dad, Bill Haney, were on a podcast recently saying that they sparred with Tank.
Yeah.
And, Bill said, yeah, we put money on that as well. And it was allegedly by them, they're saying it was Tank that wanted to get out of the ring first.
Interesting. Okay, the reason why I was laughing is because I saw a comment that said, Tunde's looking pissed. I said, no, fam. Tunde ain't looking straight. Stop saying fam. Tunde's not looking pissed. Tunde is taking in the knowledge from the knowledge. And
come on, man.
Listening is something I'm trying to master. Because but the only time I have to listen is when Spencer's talking. Right. Other than that, I'm a chatterbox.
As Dean Powell said, there's a reason why you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
There you go, 2 ears and 1 mouth. So, right. But I've only got 2 ears when a man's talking sense, and there ain't too many people that talk sense in boxing.
Somehow says Ryan will KO Tank. Tank is crucial and reach
Ryan's chin. Right. It's good, but Tank can box. Ryan is big, and I think that's why Spencer's actually pointing to the fact that you can see him moving up in weight and avoiding these guys.
She's going to move up. That could maybe be a middleweight. You never know.
Yeah, and that's Oscar De La Hoya's. That's what he done to win all 7, 8.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy by De La Hoya. So don't be surprised if that happens with Ryan Garcia. Mo Boxing says number 1 Tank. 2 Haney, wow. Chris Colbert, 3. Teófimo Lopez, 4. Ryan Garcia, my top 5 light. Right,
Mo Boxing. I thank you for sending the question still and putting up your thing. But Chris Colbert, I thought that Swaby beat him. So I wouldn't have him in there. But I understand. And he's a good fighter.
The brother who fought Lee Selby.
Yeah, Lee Selby.
Yeah, man, you can't beat that.
Exactly. And also, you know what? Colbert will be a good fight for Devin Haney.
That is the fight I want to see. This is the fight is right. We want to see Chris Colbert against Devin Haney. Because Chris Colbert needs to talk more.
Yeah.
He talks a lot. I've seen him on social media. He does a bit of talking. You need to jazz it up a little bit more and get that fight.
Yeah.
We need that fight. Chris Colbert. Yeah, good stuff. Sellenk Jr. says number 1 Lopez, number 2 Lomachenko, 3 Davis, Garcia, and Campbell. No, sir. You was right 1, 2, 3, 4. But where's Campbell coming to the thing? What about Devin?
How do you think Devin Haney would do against Luke Campbell?
Oh yeah. So you know what? As the words came out of my mouth, that was a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's a good point.
The next fight. Very, very interesting. You know what? Select Jr. I like that. Let's not count out Luke yet. He still might have one shot. Spencer was actually saying, boom, that's going to be the next fight. So it could be so. So that's a good point, Selek. Next one, please, Gal.
Raw. In your opinion, which of these 4 or 5, if you include Shakur, will end up the greatest and their careers when their
career's over?
Yeah. When their career's over, you know what? It's funny how Shakur, he's not a lightweight, but eventually he's gonna be, because
trust me.
And that youth's gonna be a problem for anybody.
Anyone.
That youth's gonna be a problem. A disciplined, humble you. We've had him on the Fight Is Right. So you can see that you guys on YouTube. After we finish in about 5 minutes, you lot can go watch that interview. Really good kid, good fighter as well, very honest. You know what I mean? And he's got skills in abundance. And he's a tricky southpaw. So the one, you know what, it's so difficult because it's so early, we don't know. But yes, potentially, I could actually see Shakur having the best
career of all of them.
Yeah, potentially.
I like the attitude of Shakur. I really do. And I think you're talking about no one's calling out Devin. No, sir. No one ain't calling out Shakur. No one is calling Shakur's name.
They don't want him. They don't want him.
And I'm telling you, Shakur's name.
There's a reason. Because he turns over man in sparring.
Easy. He laughs. He's sparring with Terence Crawford. That's what he's telling us. And him and Terence Crawford are going round for round and round and round, and nobody doesn't want to stop. So there's a reason why he's sparring Terence. So, yeah, Shakur Stevenson could really be the dark horse of the whole thing. Why do we call it dark horse? Why can't it be light horse? Anyway, another question for another show. Ra, come again. Gal, can we have another one, please?
Yeah.
I saw Shakur lacks power. True, maybe. Yes, I saw that Shakur lacks power, but we don't know. It's early days. Patrick Hausenfleck. Ryan.
Punch for punch.
Yes.
Repetition we're talking.
Is the most powerful.
Yep. Tank's power is unproven against the best big boys. Yeah, at one. Yeah, you're right.
Good point.
It is unproven. Yeah.
Good point.
But we know when you're a puncher.
There you go. It's the effect.
Yeah, we know when you're
the effect, and you can see the effect when Tank punches. It's not a joke.
It's not
a joke. So I don't think it's probably because we haven't seen it, but we've seen it against very accomplished fighters from a lower weight. Because Santa Cruz, that ain't no easy man to knock out. I don't care what anyone says. And he was knocked out violently. So I've seen this. Sharon Rashid, first of all, he said about the welters. Now he's talking about the middles. He said, "Well, there's a lot of things going on in boxing." It's true, but I just think, as Spencer said, because of the youth and the enthusiasm of these young men, that's what makes the lightweight division. And they're all calling out each other out, publicly. So I think that's what makes the lightweight division.
And the world says Luke didn't have the heart. Can't close the show, so Devin will wash him. Brother, was it wash or do you want to say waste him? I'm going to tell you this. We can't turn around and say, somebody said on here that Luke Campbell quit. How the hell did he quit?
I saw a couple American men talking. He quit.
No, he never. That body shot was hurtful.
Yeah, it was sick.
On top of that, yeah, it was sick. On top of that, he could have been concussed from the earlier rounds when my man wobbled him up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to be concussed, not having your faculties about you, then getting a sickening body shot. Them kind of body shots, yeah?
Yeah.
Can make you urinate blood. I'm telling you this now. Right? So Luke Campbell didn't quit. A body shot's a body shot. Someone knocks you out with a body shot, that don't mean that you haven't got heart. It means that a man hit you with a shot. It most probably wobble down to your solar plexus, which is your nervous system. And what are you going to do? You can't do nothing. He was trying to get up, you know. Look at the guy. He was trying to get up. There was no quit in Luke Campbell. And I disrespect any man who turn around and say that Luke Campbell quit. I'm not buying that one. I did see a fighter quit not too long ago, but I'm not going to get in that for another day. But Luke Campbell's not one of them. He didn't quit. He got beat by a man.
I saw a comment, Gary, by Vipula Barnes. Can you put that up? Vipula Barnes says, I think Haney versus Kambosos. Teofimo's mandatory would be an amazing fight. Absolutely. Good fight. I don't think Kambosos has too much devastating power.
He ain't fought no one.
To hurt Devin. I mean, Kambosos is the one who fought Selby, right? Isn't that Kambosos? Maybe I'm mistaken. I thought Kambosos is the one that fought Selby. Someone come in and tell me, please, if I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'll tell you who he is.
This is live TV fan, so you know.
Yeah. You're right.
It's Kambosos. I know the brother. So
that Kambosos guy can't fight, man.
No? You don't think he had a good chance against Devin?
Nah. Because
Okay.
I think that would make Devin look good. That guy come forward. And plus there'd be a lot of beef there because Kambosos beat Mickey Bay, who's Devin Haney's co-trainer.
Yes. Did he stop Mickey?
No, he beat him on points, I think.
Okay.
But Mickey was done by them times there, man.
Yeah, Mickey was done from we see him in Vegas.
Looking for the burger to eat, remember?
Yeah.
The burger right now.
Yeah, but Mickey, you know, he's got a lot of experience. Been around the Emmanuel Shoes and that.
Yeah, so. he lost on a split decision. So no, I'm just looking at it right now. So no disrespect to, but the split decision win that he had. Every time he's fighting against split decisions, nah, brother, you can't. That'd be a good fight, but I think whereas Kambosos, he's got a good work rate as well, you know.
Yes, he has very good work rate. I think that's what really edged it for him in the Selby fight.
Yeah, but I'm just being real. My man would do it. I think Devin Haney would do it.
YouTube Gold says Kambosos is a solid dude. He does look solid, and he's got that experience.
He's a tough guy, man. Little Australian man. He's real.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the point I was saying earlier. You know, Devin's really in a situation where there's a lot of hungry guys around him looking for that belt. So very soon, and I mean this year, we're gonna find out what Devin really is about. Because I'm waiting to see
definitely find out what he's about. Definitely, 1,000,000%.
All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. We'll take 3 more questions, Gal, and then we're gonna wrap it up. It's been another good one, Spence.
1,000,000%.
Aryan Yuda says Devin is so overrated. He's food for the elite at the 135 and 140. Simple. But I don't know how to answer that. All I'm saying is that there are some good, you know, what I will answer that in reply to that, Mr. Yuda, is that Devin's in a situation now by getting that WBC belt, however we got it, via email or whatever, He's literally he's in it now. He's in it. This is fight time.
Bruv. He's in it. Devin Haney's a very good fighter.
Yes.
But the thing about it is that we've got other good fighters and maybe potentially better fighters than him right now. Let the kid grow. That's what I'm saying. But maybe also that Devin needs to be in the ring with better opponents so we can see a better Devin Haney.
I saw a comment. All right, let's see. Rab86. Six show, loving the debates, new layout. Can we do a heavyweight division next? We're going to do that. We're going to do heavyweight. We're going to do middleweight. We're going to do the welterweights. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
We might do the heavyweight some more, you know. What do you think?
Cool. I'm on it.
Say nothing. As to this.
Heavyweights tomorrow. Rap 86 heavyweights tomorrow. Don't say nothing. I saw there was something I saw. Man said these lightweights be eating yam. Deji channel said, can we do another division soon, guys? I think we just answered that. This is good. This is good. You know what? We're gonna leave it there tonight, Spence, because we're back tomorrow. We're gonna be back tomorrow, and
what time shall we say, gentlemen?
Same time. Let's keep it standard.
Let's keep it 8 o'clock tomorrow.
8 p.m. tomorrow, guys. And this is it. We love the sport of boxing, and I think again, Mr. Boris has just announced the next lockdown, so we're gonna have to keep ourselves occupied and keep talking boxing, keep boxing alive for everyone. And especially for the mental health aspect of all of this. So until 8 p.m. tomorrow, I'll sign off. Gary Blake will sign off because he's on mute. Gary's the man that just don't say nothing and collect the checks. Gary Blake, the man behind the cam. But for myself, Tunde Ajayi, you know where it is. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on down. Big up everyone for joining us on the show. Join us tomorrow at 8 o'clock for more boxing bants, debates, and jokes. Peace, two fingers. I'm out. Tunde, your teeth look shiny, you know, bro.
Come on. You know the set. We're shining. We shining, baby. We shining. All right, people. Thank you all for your support, your comments. Do remember, like, comment, and what else, Spence?
Subscribe.
There you go.